What is up, YouTube? This is Ryan with Sports Card Rush, and I am back with another video. Today I have something that's kind of exciting. I recently posted a video, not sure when, based on what date I upload, but of opening 4 packs of 1987 Topps WWF Wrestling cards, and really enjoyed it, liked it, and you know, we're a year into a pandemic, and it causes you to do some crazy things. So I bought a whole box of this stuff off of eBay, and I wanted to get it on video, partly because whenever you buy anything old on eBay or from any other source, it's kind of nice to have the documentation in case something fishy's going on or there's damage or something like that. So I wanted to get that on video, and then also just kind of fun to go through and share that with everyone out there and see how it goes. So if you watched the other video, I kind of already recapped this, but these cards have been blowing up. The 85 stuff is just crazy. Like, you can't even buy a box of it for a reasonable amount. It's in the thousands and probably not worth that much, other than the Hulk Hogan graded PSA 10 rookie cards are like $10,000 or something crazy like that. This is the next set after that, 87, and the cool thing about this is there's a couple key kind of what would be considered a rookie card. Bret Hart is a big one. Andre the Giant had some previous cards, like I said in the other video. In 85 he had some action photos or action cards, but not one with his clear name on it. And then before that, I think he was in some obscure card sets, or maybe a couple different obscure card sets that are pretty valuable and hard to find. But as far as like flagship card sets, this is his first one with his name kind of listed down at the bottom of it. And then Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth also have a card, which I pulled from those 4 packs that I opened earlier, and I have it right here in front of me. So it looks okay. A little bit of white here and off-center, decent amount here left to right and up to down, but still cool. Very crisp card though, like it. And so there's a lot of flaws with this in you know, opening a box of them. There are 9 cards and 1 sticker card per pack. For sure the gum card, or the card that's next to the gum, will be damaged and not worth anything, or not worth grading, obviously. And then a lot of the times some of the other cards randomly have stains on them or weird stuff going on. So not every card is going to be mint. Most of them are not going to be mint, and the quality control wasn't great then. Almost all of them are off-center. Almost all of them have some kind of flaw with them. So not expecting to get PSA 10s out of this, like a whole stack of PSA 10s. But there's not a lot. The population of these is still really low. I'm sure it will go up once PSA clears the backlog, but not a lot of it out there as far as being graded. And a ton of people are looking for this stuff right now too. So I think it's worth a shot here. Just, you know, 1 or 2 9s or 8s would pay for this box. I didn't mention it, but I paid $500, which makes me cringe a little bit for this, for something that's opened. And the box is in pretty good shape. It's not dented in at all, which is nice. It's open because this stuff was printed like crazy and was in retail stores, and I can actually show you these were Kmart cards. So this is the second thing I've gotten from a former Kmart product here, and you can see it was 37 cents back in 1987. And what happens is, and I'm not that familiar with this, I was a little young when this stuff was happening, but you see this has a big black X on it, or at least this one's just a line. But what happens is, I think Topps or the card companies had agreements with the stores. Like, if they didn't sell it, they would buy it back, and they would mark it with an X that this is a buyback thing that Topps bought. And then I don't know if they resold it for a less amount or they had it in storage or what. But this is a buyback one. I think you can also buy ones without this, or that are sealed still, and you pay obviously a premium with that. So you get what you pay for kind of with that. But this one looks pretty good, but I am going to be careful with the cards and also kind of jump around with what pack I'm opening. This is going to be a really long video, so I will do a summary at the end, and so stick with me if you want to, or you want to see a few packs, and then at the end I'll kind of do a recap. I will be sleeving too. I normally don't do that on videos, but I kind of just want to, just to make sure I don't mess with them or knock them off or do anything to damage them. And yeah, we'll just see what we get here. So let's open it up and get going. The other thing too is the Hulk Hogan cards are valuable as well. So you can see these top cards, like the back, it looks sealed. I don't see any kind of tampering evidence on any of the packs, so I don't think these are like searched or resealed or anything like that, but I'll kind of keep an eye on that, just looking at what cards we get. There is only 75 cards in the set, and there's, you know, I guess what basically amounts to 10 cards per pack, we'll say. There's 36 packs, so 360 cards divided by 75. We should get three or four at least of each card. So hopefully we'll get 3 or 4 Andre the Giants and Bret Harts and Macho Mans, all that good stuff, and a bunch of Hulk Hogans and all that cool stuff. So I'm gonna start at these top ones first. And one thing I would say, like, if you get a old box like this and it has damage or something that you notice right away, just stop and then contact the seller or contact eBay or whoever you go through, and then see if you can work something out with them. It happens. It's a bummer. It's not always the seller's fault. Sometimes it is. But we'll just kind of see what we get here. The cards aren't going to be in great shape, like I said, but let's just go through them. And I'm probably not going to go through each card. I'll stop on the ones that are the name cards. So there's 21 like cards with the name on them, which are the more desirable cards. Like this one's one with the name on it, with their name, and then I think the rest, which would be what, like 54 of them, are action shots, or the TV ones that have different phrases on them. Those aren't as desirable. So this has a piece of gum on it right there, and I actually kind of like that it's a solid piece there. I don't know if it matters or not, but that one is stuck. And this is unfortunately one of the ones with the name on it, but it's Coco Beware. Not a crazy big name, but you can see that gum. Let's try to pick it off. There we go. Ooh, leaves a big old residue spot, unfortunately. So these are pretty much worthless. I mean, I might, with how many I get here, I might be able to put together a full set of just stained cards. Oh, and that really ripped off, which is a bummer. But I kind of knew that going in, that hopefully we don't have too many of the big name ones as the gum card. But you can see also the gum, and I didn't realize this when I opened the previous one, but the gum stain kind of bleeds through almost like a water stain then, which I don't really get, but it is what it is. So next card, Action Shots, Bear Hug. We have Backbreaker, Billy Jack Hayes. There's a sticker card, Ken Patera. We have Ref Turn Wrestler, Hearts Hit the Concrete. TV cards, Nice Guys Finish Last, King Harley Parades, and then Over the Top. And they just have that little bit of wax stain, I think from where the glue is. It's kind of a bummer. But so yeah, basically two of the cards in the pack are probably not going to be in good shape. But you just hope for the best here. Hope we get lucky. I'm gonna have gum all over the place and all kinds of dust. But that was just a action card. King Kong Bundy. Did not get that one last time. That's kind of nice. The Challenge, which I got one of those last time. Really cool card. So this set features Wrestle Mania III, which is probably in wrestling fans' minds is like the most iconic event ever, with Hogan and Andre the Giant facing off, where he slammed him down and beat him. And then there we go. There's the card. That one looks really good. Maybe a little off center, up, down. Left, right looks really good. A little bit of whitening in the corners, but not too bad. No stain on the back. Great. So I'm going to sleeve that one up. So this is what we're after here. Hopefully we get a bunch of these. And I did pre-cut the corners of the penny sleeves just so they slide in easier. Ooh, of course that one didn't. These are decently thick cards, but these are that Topps card stock that it will ding pretty easily with the corners and edges. So it's better to just be careful with them and cut those penny sleeves. Oh, I didn't finish this pack. And Smash Demolition is our sticker card. There's a nice one. And Still Champion Hulk Hogan card. Just the Honky Tonk Man. Keep It Beating. Revenge on Randy. So that's not the base Randy Savage that you want, but it's still a nice one. And Flying Body Press. Alright. I might just set the gum card aside, because I don't want to mess around with that. But that's the King Harley Race, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm going to call those the base cards. The ones with their names on them. There's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Pretty good shape, off center, but crisp. So I've been pretty happy with how these cards look here. I think these are even better than the 4 packs I opened earlier. Here is Outback Jack. There's another Hogan. American Made. And so while I'm doing this too, I'm going to talk a little bit about PSA and what I think. If you aren't familiar, they did raise their prices quite a bit, basically doubling everything. And I did know that came out right before I bought this box, so I didn't know that. It does make this a little bit more challenging if I want to get a lot of these graded, which I probably will, because it used to be you could get something like this from this era and would be considered modern, not the ultra modern, for $10 or $12, and now I think it was $12 the most recent one. Now that's up to $20, so not as much margin there. And then obviously that still has been taking forever, and wouldn't probably get those back for a year. So that kind of puts a wrinkle in that part. With kind of the standard shipping or standard time period is $40 now, so that also makes it kind of not worth getting a lot of these graded, but we'll see. I'll have to kind of see which ones look good and kind of come up with a game plan on how I want to go about getting some of these graded. That one, the centering looks excellent on. I'm gonna sleeve that one up. So obviously, you're looking for the 3 guys I mentioned and then Hulk Hogan, but I think there's a market for even some of these secondary guys. Like, a lot of people loved Ricky Steamboat, but I don't know if it's worth $40 to get it graded for him, to get it in the standard submission time, or the economy, I believe it's called. But it's still a cool one, and I think there would be a market for a graded one for that. Next we have Ready to Strike, Billy Jack Haynes sticker card. I'll try to pick up the speed here on some of these action ones, unless I see a Hogan. Really like the condition so far, like I said earlier. Happy with that part. Got a Dynamite Kid with a gum on the back. Ooh, 2 cards. Set that aside. That one's got some extra damage on it. Oh, we got a good one next. Got the Hulk Hogan sticker card. Off center like most of them are. But very, very clean though. We worry a lot about centering, which makes sense because it is the most obvious thing that you can visually see, but it's only one of 4 elements, so you have to Also consider, centering's not good, but edges are great on this one. Corners look really good. Maybe a little bit soft there, but not too bad. And then surface too, and surface looks excellent on this. And look at, I guess it's a little off, but the centering looks a little bit better on the back than it does on the front. But kind of seen that, a pattern of that. And I have another nice Hogan on the back. That one's got kind of a ding corner. And the rest are action shots. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys think of the grading stuff. Will this cause prices to go up or down with wax? I gotta think prices will go down with wax because prices are already so crazy that you have to basically get cards graded to even like be somewhat near what it's worth, what you're paying for the box. And it's not all about money, and it just has kind of become that here lately for the last few years. But with prices as crazy as they are, there's no reason to buy a box unless you can offset some of that cost with some graded cards. But with these price increases, that changes quite a bit. But I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I think it should help. I wouldn't buy a box knowing that I can't grind out some value with getting some of the base rookies or parallels of newer cards graded. But we'll see. It's an interesting time. A lot of people are in it for money right now, and I talk about money quite a bit with cards and value, but I do love it. I just like doing it for fun, and offsetting some of the expenses of the hobby by selling cards or getting cards graded is nice. There's a nice Coco Beware, but it's got a bubble on it. Yeah, and PSA might be shooting themselves in the foot here. Obviously, they are the go-to for grading, as far as I'm concerned. I know some people are BGS fans, or like that they have the subgrades, but to me, the PSA is top dog, and you see that with prices and what you can sell cards for. And I don't know if that's going to continue. If everyone's sending cards to, SGC or this HGA, the new card company that's around, or some of these other newer companies, will taste change? Will those start becoming more valuable? Or people be more willing to pay for those cards? We'll see. There we go. There's our first Bret Hart. Looks pretty good. Centering is good, left, right for sure. Up, down, I don't know what the exact up, down is supposed to be. I would guess it's supposed to be from the bottom of the banner compared to the top, so this would be off, up, down, but yeah, you can kind of see it there, I think. But I'll have to double check like some of the cards that have been graded as a 10. And it's funny, I do like to look at, I like PSA better than BGS, but I do look at BGS when I'm looking at like what's good centering, because you can see their grade, their subgrade of that, and see, if it gets a 10 for centering, then that's the way it should be centered, in theory. I mean, I think all the grading card companies are all over the place with grading. I mean, it is a human, opinion, and even with these new, like, some technology grading service things, I still don't think you necessarily know centering exactly. So it's kind of subjective. Eyes on her Randy. Another Hogan. Fighting the full Nelson. Here's a nice one. Here's the sticker, Randy Savage. Let's leave that one. Centering isn't good. Like all of these seem to be kind of wonky. Like top left corner to bottom right. Just sort of a little off, but still really nice, clean card. Kid, Billy Jack Haynes, and Backbreaker. So it does seem pretty good collation. Like, I haven't noticed a pattern, which is kind of funny. Like, in modern cards now, with NBA Hoops this year, I've been in a couple breaks, and the breakers always know what card's coming next, especially the rookies and stuff. And these, I haven't really noticed a pattern yet. Maybe you have by watching this. Hercules sticker with probably Brian Heenan. Another King Kong Bundy. There's another nice. Of course, the Ricky Steamboats have been the nicest centering wise of the cards that I've gotten so far. Let's leave that one up too. Still have a ton of packs left to go, so I'll probably pause this. I might even do a two-parter for this. Big old sticker stain. I'm gonna set that card aside just so it doesn't mess with any other cards. There's another King Kong Bundy. That one looks like somehow the gum bled through all the way to that one. That's a bummer. Oh, here we go. Alright, can we judge the centering on it? Looks clean, the back looks clean. Oh, that looks really, really good. Wow. Wow. So this is a card that I would consider doing some kind of expedited shipping on. Look at how clean. There's a little tiny bit of white up top. Not sure if I can show that too much, but really, for these kind of cards, this is about as clean as it gets. And I think, you know, if I was judging the centering, this is about perfect. And I don't want to tell you like what a 10 goes for, because I don't want to jinx it or like say that this is a 10, because there's a lot of factors that go into it, and maybe there might be a little. Yeah, there's a little bit of a stain thing going on up there, which is a really big bummer. So I probably shouldn't have even said that. I jinxed myself, but that card is awesome, though, centering wise, edge wise, corner wise. Just that little freaking stain. Oh well. Another challenge card. Here we go. Another Bret Hart sticker card. This one actually, it's not perfect centering, but it's better than any other one that we've gotten so far. What a pack. Some of these have this ding in this upper right corner too, which is kind of a bummer, but what are you gonna do? Setting aside the gum cards. Oh, there we go. Two cards stuck together a little bit. Another Bret Hart. And I think I'm going to stop after this pack, do a quick summary, and then start a new video next. That one, it's got a little bit of a chippy up top. But centering looks good on that one too, so happy about that. Here we go, Hercules and Bobby the Brain. Outback Jack, another American made. This is a really nice one. I'd really like to get a good copy of this one, and Still Champion, with Hogan in his little mini ring when he was coming in and I think going out. This must be when he's going out. And that's it. So I'm going to stop there. Just real quick summary of what we've gotten so far. I think I'm only about a third through here, but We've gotten 2 Bret Hart regular cards. Gotten 1 Bret Hart sticker card. Gotten 2 Andre the Giants. 2 nice looking Ricky Steamboats. And then a Macho Man and a Hogan sticker. And then a bunch of the Hogan and Andre the Giant challenge cards, or different quote cards, and then a bunch of other nice cards, but not the big names. So I'm going to stop there, and then I will start another video. Comment below what you think so far. Thanks.